guys, welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica and today we are doing a whip and chat for you guys. So if you guys don't know what a whip and chat stands for, it stands for work in progress and then you chat along. So what you guys normally can do is you can grab your own works in progress, or if you want to do chores or just sit and listen to me ramble about what's been going on in my week, we can get started. So let's do that, shall we? So I'm still working on Aquarius. I am almost to the halfway mark. I do love this painting, but I am getting a little tired of working on it. Excuse me. Still got that residual cough from the having bronchitis, but I'm hoping that it'll disappear soon. So let's see, what color shall I start with? And then we'll just start randomly talking about things. Let's go with this. So I've been using my cover minder, my Aquarius cover minder right here as a holding place for my like little container right here when I just flip this open so I can open it up. I hope you guys are doing well today. It is actually in the afternoon instead of a morning. It's been a very busy day for my husband, unfortunately. He's been in so many meetings, and I haven't had a chance to be able to record anything until just now. So we are really biting to the wire because I have to pick up the kids up, and let's see, what time is it? It is... Well, we got about an hour before I have to leave, so hopefully I can talk about what's going on within an hour. So this week especially has been very hectic. It's Wednesday, so I'll be posting this tomorrow on Thursday for you guys. But let's try and catch up with the whole week. So last week we didn't do a whole lot with the weekend. We kind of had a lazy weekend, another lazy weekend, which nothing wrong with that. But it was really good. We went to the library and the kids picked out a lot more books. My son, Michael, he is very into Junie B. Jones, so he has been involved in that. And then his twin sister Jana, she has been going into Amelia Bedelia, but they both started fighting over the Junie B. Jones books. So I had to kind of go, you guys, what we're going to do is we're going to just share the books. And, you guys pick a couple of the same books that you want to read together, and we'll just do that. So instead of going to 15 books, we went 18 books this time, because their big sister, who's Nicole, so yeah, I'm telling you guys their names now. Feel like it's okay, as long as I don't give any more incriminating details. But their big sister, Nicole, she loves the Babysitters Club. So she gotten herself that, and also Ivy and Bean is now a big thing for her. So, and the librarian recognizes her. So, if they have a new Ivy and Bean book, they tell, they tell her. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, I don't think they gotten it this time around, but we gotten more Amelia Bedelia books, and it's like has a shiny cover on it, and that just made them go crazy. And they're like, it's like, sparkly things. I'm the same way. I love sparkly things. Look, like ABs. It's sparkly. I'm going to go for it. Now I'm trying to fix my containers because I just messed it all up. But yeah, we had a pretty good weekend with the library. We've been spending some time trying to clean up the house, getting ready, because this upcoming Saturday is my twins' birthday party. They just had their birthday yesterday, and we'll have a conversation about that. But I'm a little worried, to be honest, about this birthday party, because no one has RSVP'd yet. My neighbors have, but they're the only ones. And the mom just messaged me a few days ago saying she won't be able to come here but her husband will, and so he's going to be bringing all the kids over. So I kind of was like almost wanted to cancel the party in a way, because if it's just one family coming over, I don't feel like it's worth it. But at the same time, I can't do that to my kids. They've been really excited. I feel really bad because they haven't had anyone say yes. And at the same time, I'm like, well, if we keep the party, maybe someone might show up who didn't RSVP. And it's not like we invited a lot of people. I literally just had them invite their best friends, which was like, I told them to pick 2 people and that was it. And, I realize now why they ask people to invite the whole class, but there's no way I can invite 2 whole classes to come celebrate my kid's birthday. And, especially in a house like this, there's not enough room for the backyard, and we wouldn't be able to afford the whole thing. Take a sip of water, or whatever you're hydrating with. I'm not special. I'm treating myself special today and getting some Pepsi for once. I feel like I deserve it, especially with what's been going on. So, oh my goodness, we have my youngest, she's Jana. She's a very sociable butterfly. And she's kind of popular with her classmates. Her brother's kind of more, he keeps to himself, and he has a couple of good friends, but nothing like Jana. So after we got invites, because I sent them out on Tuesday, I felt like almost 2 weeks notice was a good notice, because what happens a lot, we get birthday invitations, and it's usually the week of. It's like, this Saturday. And I'm like, that's not enough time. And I was wanting to really send it the week before, but, the week before was spring break. No one was going to be able to get the invitations. And I couldn't send it out even earlier than that, because that's like almost a month in advance. And by that point, people will probably forget. So I figured sending them out last Tuesday was a good idea, and that way it would give people plenty of time to see if they could make it, but not like rushing them or anything like that. I just put new glue dots on this, so so it wants to keep sticking to it. But yeah, with Michael's class, he had a kid who lives nearby. And after he got invites out, apparently the teacher let him pass out the invites. So what I did was just put the invites in their folders so they could give it to the teachers. I was kind of hoping that the teachers would just, put it into the kids' other folder, but apparently they let the kids pass them out instead. So that became drama. One of the kids lives near here. We didn't invite, for good reason, because he is a troublemaker, and he treated my son badly last year when he was in a kindergarten class, and he's really not well behaved. And I remember him always like barging into my neighbor's backyard with no permission at all, and I'm like, I don't want this kid around. But he told my son, I'm going to come to your party. I'm going to just come in and knock on your door, because I know where you live. And I'm like, oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. I was like, oh, goodness. And then with Jana, oh, my goodness. We had to deal with a bullying aspect. Like I said, she's a popular kid, but there's a mean girl situation going on. What I mean by that is, so she's best friends with a girl. Well, not best friends. She's friends with a girl who's like the leader of the girl club or girl team. And we've had talks with her before about this, because she was telling us about a month ago about how this leader did not like a girl, and everyone doesn't like her now. And we had to have a talk about how that wasn't correct, how that wasn't, you can't just shun someone just because, just because a girl said so. If you like to play with this kid, play with the kid. And she seemed to get it, and we talked about that a few times, and she said she played with the kid a little bit. So I'm like, yeah, don't shun someone. I'm like, you wouldn't like it if something happens. Well, that kind of happened now. Well, not now, but she told, so this girl leader, she told my daughter, if I don't get an invite, you are not part of my club anymore, and I'm going to tell the teacher you did a dang, so you have to walk laps around recess. These kids are first graders. What the heck? Sorry. Okay, I get a little overexcited, and I have a harder time taking a breath. These kids are first graders. What the heck? What is going on? So she didn't tell us this. We came to find out that when she told her big sister, so when she told Nicole, that what was going on, and then Nicole came up to us, and she did big sister thing. She's like, "Do I need to do something?" I'm like, "Calm down, you'll be fine. We're gonna have a talk." So we had a talk with Jana and everything, and we were like, okay. We sent a message out to the teacher about what's going on, and we've got a response to like the very next day, like on Friday afternoon. We sent it out on Friday. We sent it out like Friday morning, and we got a response Friday as we were picking up the kids saying she wasn't aware of the situation, which I would believe because the teachers don't the teachers don't supervise the kids during lunchtime. It's during lunchtime recess. It's the assistants and the recess patrol kind of thing. They're the ones that watches the kids instead. So I would believe that she wouldn't be aware of something like that, especially if there's different behaviors during recess or during classroom. So it seems like things have settled down. We asked our daughter if anything's been happening, if she's being bullied, if she's being poked fun of, and we got no's, and we're like, just let us know so we can talk to the teacher. We want to be supportive, But oh my goodness, I was not expecting that kind of drama. But I'm still a little worried because no one's said yes, and it is now Wednesday, and I mean, like, the party's literally on Saturday. Someone's got to say something by Thursday or Friday. I would hope that they wouldn't just show up and be like, hey, because I kind of want to buy stuff just to get prepped for it. We're not doing pizza this time, but I was going to buy like snacky little items and things like that. And then with we bought like a dodgeball card game. It's called like Throw Burrito, but we got the outdoor version. So the burrito's like 3 feet tall, and I'm going to laugh my head off seeing these kids try and throw a burrito that's the size of them at each other. And then we also got giant Jenga as well, so that way they can play a little bit. And I figured chalk, and so they can draw on the sidewalks. I was kind of thinking about getting a bubble machine, but I'm thinking that might be a little bit, too much. But it's just, I'm hoping that we'll do well. I'm going to make it mostly an outdoor party just because I really don't want to deal with like trying to clean up after hurricanes, especially with how excited my kids are. I have a feeling it's just going to be a huge mess. But I was just thinking a lot of snacky finger foods and things like that. And it's going to be galaxy theme. So I got the invitations to, be like, space theme and stuff like that. I'm going to be making galaxy cupcakes for them. So I got to make that tomorrow. Start working on the cupcakes. Well, no. Maybe I can work on them Friday. But we got like a cake stand for them. I got like sprinkles that, I hope it's going to be cool for them. went to take a sip of my soda. Let's see, what other color should I work on? Let's go with this one. But yeah, so that's just a little bit of what's going on with some of my worries that's been going on. But we've spent a good bit of trying to clean up around the house, and it feels like I'm failing a bit. My husband rearranged the living room a bit to try and straighten some things up, and I'm trying to straighten up the dining room. I can't do it this weekend, but next weekend I'm going to be tackling all the shelving over here where the board games and the puzzles and their Legos, and then my crafting little area, because I have a little area of just my sewing stuff, all thrown in it's not nice and neat. So I gotta start organizing it and start throwing away some things, because some of these toys have missing parts. The kids don't play with them anymore, and it's time. Some of it's like they're deeply attached and they can't let go. And I'm like, I don't want to do the sneaky parent method of throwing some things away, but I might have to be doing the sneaky parent method of throwing things away when they're not around. Especially since we were told this Sunday when we get a weekly phone call from the school about the news and stuff. They're like, 5 weeks of school left, and I'm just like, no, you're kidding me. No, oh my goodness, my mornings are gone. No. So now it's just like, I really got to find some stuff to entertain the kids with for the summer. I don't even know if we're able to do a beach vacation with the in-laws, because my husband's just been so busy lately with work. And it's been sucking. He's been just getting constant calls. Like, this guy has been in meeting after meeting after meeting. But let's see. But did we do anything on Sunday? I don't think we did anything on Sunday. I do know that we ate a lot of fast food over the weekend, and I'm sick of fast food. I am so done with it. It's like, I was so disappointed like multiple times throughout the week about what we ate. I didn't feel like cooking on Friday, so we got pizza. The pizza sucked. We got I think we ordered from Papa John's, and yeah, it sucked. Well, my pizza sucked. The kids actually looked pretty good. Then we got, when we went to the library, my husband decided to treat the kids to Wendy's. So we drove we drove a little bit a ways, because there's not a Wendy's in our area. And the Wendy's sucked. They always make a mistake. I used to like that Wendy's because they didn't suck so much, but now with everything that's been going on, it takes so long to get food, and then it's just not worth it anymore. My chicken was like almost a piece of rubber, and I'm just like, and then his fries were salty, and I was just like, okay, it's not worth eating fast food anymore. I'm just like, right now it's like, I hope that the Mexican restaurant that's just a little down the street, I hope that they stay good, because they've still got really good food. I don't want them to start sucking, because then I will literally cry, because I really like their food. But I don't know what the kids are going to want for their birthday treat. We couldn't do it yesterday for a lot of reasons. Just, oh my goodness. And I'm sorry, my stomach is growling because I'm talking about food. Oh my goodness, that's embarrassing. But let's move on to Monday. So this week has been an extremely busy week for me and my family. I'm going to take another sip of my soda. I've noticed since I was sick, I've been so thirsty lately. So I've been trying to drink a lot more of my water. I drink a lot of fizzy water. But but I've been trying to drink more, and it just feels like I can never stop being thirsty. And I'm hoping I'm not getting sick again, because I for the last few days I'm starting to feel like a tickle in my throat again, and I'm like, no, 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 we can't have this. We can't get sick again. I just got better. um, I'm just hoping it's just my allergies acting up. I'm staying inside. That's why I'm a little worried about having an outdoor party too. But I'd rather it be outdoors than indoors right now. I'll just probably, wear a mask and take my Allegra and then hope for the best. But yeah, Monday. So busy day for this whole week. So on Monday, my husband and I tried to clean up the garage a little bit before we went to go pick up the kids. I tried to straighten up the place a bit too, because my in-laws were coming over to celebrate the twins' birthday a day early. So let's see. So yeah, we had to clean up the garage a bit. We had to pick up all the boxes that we've been holding on to. We had to we threw away all the kids' car seats, which, kind of hurt my heart a little. I'm like, no, another stage of them getting older. Because we couldn't give the car seats away. They've just passed the expiration date. So it was time to throw them away. But it was just like, oh. And I've been just, I've been kind of sad with the kids getting older and everything like that. But I made chicken taquitos again for dinner for the kiddos. I can't make them too often. Even though Jana actually eats it, she's a very picky eater. And if I start making the things that she like way too much, she won't eat it again. So I think this is going to be the last time I make it for at least a few weeks. I have leftover filling from I made a huge batch, so I have leftover filling, and I tossed it in the freezer, and I'll probably pull it out in 2 or 3 weeks, so that way she'll eat it still. She ate it, she ate her meal on Monday, but I didn't want to risk it, because she started slowing down. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I'll wait. And it sucks. I don't know if you guys have this issue, but I have a hard time figuring out what to make for dinner. With my husband now on keto, he has his own meal thing, so he has like little meal plans instead. So I don't have to worry about cooking for him. But trying to figure out what to make that me and 3 kids will like is rough. It wasn't so bad when my husband was eating with us, because I'll go, okay, yeah, I know that this kid won't eat it, but at least 2 adults will, and then maybe 1 or 2 kids will, And now it's like, well, it's just me. And sometimes I don't like some of the stuff I make, but the kids do. And my husband can't eat this thing anymore because it's not keto friendly. So, and the kids, I've been trying to drill into the kids' head. I grew up eating leftovers. They've gotten lucky with not having to eat leftovers so much, especially since they're in school. And I try to give them variety. So, like, whenever I do introduce the idea of leftovers, they're like, oh, they act like it's the most horrible thing in the world. And I'm like, no, you guys can eat the same thing again another day. It doesn't have to be the day after, but, sometime later on. I have a feeling I have to introduce leftover day, where they have to just pick a day, pick a leftover from the fridge, and that's what they're going to eat. Because I grew up eating like leftovers for 3 to 4 days, so and that sucked. So so they got a little lucky, and they're gonna have to just deal. I mean, I can understand with Jana not wanting to eat a lot. She's a very picky eater. Good Lord, that kid. But I'm sorry, I realized I wasn't diamond painting for a moment when I was talking to you guys. But oh my goodness, it's just, I'm trying to figure out what to make, and it's kind of hard to, Because some of my fallbacks are sloppy joes, and not from Manwich. I make it, I hand make it. Like, so I do ground beef. I cut up onions. I cut up garlic and peppers and all that stuff. And I make the sauce and everything. But it's just, so that's a meal that I know all the kids will eat. But I have a weird thing after I had children. I can only eat so much red meat, and then I feel sick to my stomach. I feel physically ill. So like I can eat a few of it, but then if I keep eating it for like the next day or so, it just makes me ill. So I can't do that too often. I can't eat eggs anymore. I now have like, correction, I can't eat eggs by itself, like scrambled, boiled, or anything like that. If they're like mixed in a cake, or if they're like mixed with something, if it's not mostly egg or have egg taste, I can't eat it, or else I'm in a lot of pain. I break out. And recently I mean, first it was eel, because I used to eat a lot of sushi. When I met my husband, he introduced sushi to me. So we would eat a lot of stuff that had eel or eel sauce, and I was fine until after I had my kids. And then after that, I just thought it was eels that would cause me to break out as well. We came to find out it's fish. Because for a while I was able to make tuna sandwiches with the kids. I would just have it, I would put the egg portion for the kids, and then I would have a smaller portion of tuna for myself to make tuna sandwiches, until I started having the same symptoms that I had with the eggs. And it was awful. I broke out in hives. I was miserable, and my husband's just like, "Are you okay?" And we thought it was just with tuna, and then we realized it was fish altogether, because when I tried fish again, the reaction got a lot worse. Like, my hives went from across my chest down my arms, and we were just like, okay, no more fish. Luckily, shellfish is still good in my book. I do not break out with shellfish, and I hope it stays like that. I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot about food. I'm really hungry. But yeah, I'm having issues trying to figure out what to make for the kids a lot now. It's been, not frustrating, but it's just been I don't know what the word is. It's just, I'm having a lot of trouble trying to do that. And I don't want to keep falling back to the same old stuff. And especially with one of them being picky. And the funny thing is, Michael, he's all like, I don't like tuna anymore, so I can't make tuna because it's not worth it to make it for two kids. And then with my oldest, Nicole, she has an aversion with spaghetti sauce. So like yesterday, I made spaghetti for the kids because we had a lot of stuff to do. I made spaghetti for the kids, but it was only me and Michael that ate the spaghetti sauce, while Jana and Nicole, they had butter noodles with parm. So it's just like, it's oh my goodness, it's just like with everyone's food aversions, and then likes and dislikes. There's been times where I would make a food and be like, okay, if you don't like it, just try it. And if you don't like it, that's all right. We'll figure something out, because I tried to get them to try new foods. Like, I made roasted vegetables. I cut up like zucchini and eggplants and then mushrooms, and I roasted them all up. And the kids actually like that. And I think it's been a few weeks now, so I can introduce that again, so it won't be like this again. So I bought some eggplant and zucchini. So at least I have a side for tonight. I just don't know what to make, because I think I want to make salmon for the kids because they haven't had that. I just won't be able to eat it, which makes me sad. My husband will, as long as I don't put sauce on it, so I guess I could toss that to him, but he probably won't be able to eat much more of some stuff. So, alright, I'm going to take another sip of my soda. Okay. What color should I do next, guys? Let's do 8. I'm really loving the purples in this. I love her dress a lot. It's so pretty. So Monday, We had to go clean out the garage. We didn't succeed cleaning out the garage. That's an ongoing project. But at least we're able to park a car in the garage. So which makes me feel a little safer. Um, but uh, but we spent a good bit of throwing away some stuff at the recycling center. We threw away the cardboards. They had a trash area too for us to dump the car seats. And then we went to pick up the kids, and I made lunch, dinner and everything. And Nana and Papa got to show up and celebrate the twins' birthday. So, oh my God, they were so excited. They are super. Oh man, their faces are just so expressive. Um, but yeah, they really enjoyed their presents that Nana and Papa got them. Let's see, I can't remember everything. I think Jana got in like a unicorn dress, so she got to dress up, and then she has a matching dress for her doll, and then there was like a makeup set, not a makeup set. It's like a dress up set kind of thing. It's like had a mirror, purse, earrings, all that, and then like this foil unicorn thing. So like you pull a sticker out and you put the foil down and you rub at it and then you pull it. Um, and then let's see, Michael gotten a countries game. Like it's like what do you know? So that's kind of cool. And then he got in a space puzzle, blew his mind on that, and then a dancing robot. And then I had to go, thanks, to my mother-in-law. She's all like, sorry. I'm like, I know she didn't mean it on purpose, but it was just like, oh my goodness. So he's been crazy about this robot because you can say something to it and then it repeats it back. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, this is the unicorn incident again. So the unicorn incident is Jana has a unicorn where if you talk to it, it says the same thing back, but in a really high and squeaky voice, and it also talks super fast, like a chipmunk, and the kids think it's hilarious, and they get to the point of obsessiveness with it. So now we have a second thing that does that, and I'm just like, oh no. And then they also got something for Nicole. So she gotten herself a little diary, a space diary, and then like this mosaic, let's see, a mosaic thing, like with multiplication tables and divisions, something like that, I think. So she had also got some markers. So like the kids were entertained, for sure. I couldn't really spend too long with my oldest when she was like working it out, and my husband and I feel a little bad because like she's been asking to do stuff, and like my husband's like, no, I still have work, and I have a set schedule of rating and doing mythics, but it's only 3 days a week, and then the rest of the time I'm hers, to talk to or entertain with. But it was just kind of bad timing because like after we said goodbye to the in-laws, Nicole was all like, can you guys help me with this? And I'm like, I can't. I got to get ready for Mythics. And since today I have raid. But today I'm all free for her. So she did get to spend some time with her daddy a little bit. But so yeah, today we're going to do some stuff. But yeah, I got to do a couple Mythics last night. And we got in the bad news that our tank, he's going to be gone for 2 weeks because his girlfriend has a guest coming over, and the guest is taking over the room where his computer is, and the negotiations to move the computer has failed, so he's not allowed to be on his computer for the next 2 weeks, possibly more. So we're out of a tank for Mythics, but my raid leader, she luckily asked someone else, so we're having someone fill in while that's going on. But oh my gosh, I was like, oh man, that sucks. But but we did pretty well. We timed our first 20 for Mythic, so I was super impressed. I was like, oh my goodness. So we have like 20 plus keys now. I think, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it this week, but it's a good week to start pushing for higher keys. So, cross your fingers. I know some of you guys aren't interested in Wild Talk, and I'll try not to do too much. I'll put it here and there, but you guys probably won't hear much of it anyway, like in the next month or so, because I have a feeling that we'll probably be stopped playing WoW again until the expansion. Speaking of, anyone who is interested in WoW, have you seen the new expansion? Because I don't know what to think of it right now. It's all about dragons. I like dragons, but I can't. It's like with how the last two expansions have been a flop. I don't know if I don't want to have my excitement go so high to have it crashing again. So I'm trying to be optimistic, but at the same time, like this might not work well. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to play the new class or not, because I've always been a rogue. I mean, hell, I'm stealthy crafter. So it's like I've always been a rogue, and I don't think I'm going to change it. But yeah, so Monday was good. And then yesterday, oh my goodness gracious. So yesterday was, like I said, Michael and Jana's birthday. It's just, I woke up to get them ready for school, of course, and you could tell that they were on pins and needles. So here's how a normal school day goes. I would go into first off, I would go into Nicole's room. I flip the switch. I say, good morning, Nicole. It's such and such degrees today. Wear a t-shirt or pants, or wear a t-shirt and shorts, or something like along those lines. And she's like, okay. And then I just close the door. Then I go into Jana's room. And then it's like I spend a little time with Jana. She's like, she wakes up, but she's mostly in a good mood. I tickle a little bit, and then I go, okay, time to get ready. Sometimes she begs me to go get a dress. So I have to go walk back into my room because she doesn't have a closet. So all of her dresses are in my closet. So I have to get her, pull a dress down, and then give that to her. And then I would go into Michael's room, and he's the grumpiest of them all. It's funny because he wakes up the earliest out of all three during the weekends. He wakes up at 7 and wakes up the entire household. But on a school day, it's impossible to get him up sometimes. Let's see, what color should I do next? And yeah, sorry about my phone. It's going to probably go off a little bit, because I've been getting a lot of messages from the teachers. They're on a field trip. I'll talk about that in a little bit. We're focusing on the birthday stuff. But yeah, so with him, I would have to constantly, convince him to get out of bed, and then he's in a good mood. He's mostly grumpy when you wake him up, and then like the rest of, after he's awake, he's in good spirits. So that's a normal school day awakening. Instead, yesterday I I wake up Nicole normally. She's like, morning. I'm like, good morning. I go into Jana's room. She pulls the covers off immediately. It's my birthday! I'm like, it is! And she's just, I'm excited! I'm like, I'm glad you're excited. And I'm like talking to her for a minute, because I do try to do some talking. And all of a sudden I hear a door open, and Michael comes running into Jana's bedroom and going, it's her birthday! First time in forever since he just, zooms out the door. He used to do this all the time in kindergarten. Like, if he hears me waking up his sister, she would come running. He would come running out and just, just be like, I'm awake too. like that kind of thing. Sorry, my security thing was showing that there's someone at the door. I think my husband's got it though. But yeah, they were like really excited. They were jumping all over the place. I had to calm them down. Like I bought them specially. Bought them special T-shirts. I first time I've ever done this. And Jana had like a unicorn that was dabbing, and it's like awesome since 2015. And then my son, he got in this T-shirt where it's like 7 years, and then it would go by the months, weeks, hours, days, like it counted down like to the second of 7 years, and of being awesome. And then I felt like this was it fit their themes, because my son's very much of a fact type person, and then of course my daughter, she's all about unicorns and princesses. So I got them to get dressed, and it was kind of funny. It was a little big on my daughter, but that was okay. I said, we can still wear that, from time to time. This entire time she's 7, so it's not like it's a big deal. So, but yeah, they got to go to school, and we kind of surprised them. So this is why this week's so busy. Like with everything going on, but yesterday was really busy and really tiring. So my husband's a little upset. Not the kids, but with the school. So after we got the kids eating, we made them pancakes. We asked them what they wanted for their birthday. It was like pancakes, We we sugared them up. Whoops. And we sent them off to school. And Michael's all like, "You didn't pack a juice for me for lunch," because he can't drink milk now. Milk hurts his tummy. We have a feeling he's lactose, so no more milk for the little man. He can eat cheese and stuff like that, but in small quantities. But if you give this kid a cup of milk, he's in the bathroom for a while. So no more milk for him. But he was like, "You didn't get me a juice," and we're like, "Yeah, there's a reason for that." And I'm gonna take a sip of soda. Sorry. So I'm like, "Yeah, there's a reason for that. Something's going to happen." And he goes, "What?" I'm like, "You'll see." And they figured out we're going to eat lunch with them. So that got them all excited and stuff like that. But my husband was a little mad because he gotten a few meetings that was before, we were supposed to go eat. It's like they told us that we had to be there by 11:10. We weren't there by 11:10. So he was trying to rush, and then his boss, who knew that he was needing to leave, pulled him into another meeting as we're trying to get ready to go. So we didn't leave until almost at 11 o'clock. And then we had to zoom to McDonald's to get the food, and then go to the school. We ordered the food at 11:03. I remember that. And we're sitting in the parking lot waiting. And they're taking forever. And I'm seeing like if we just went through the drive-thru, we probably would have gotten faster. But it's always a gamble at that place. Sometimes the drive-thru's faster. Sometimes if you just pull up to the mobile order stuff, that's faster. It's always a hit or miss. So we didn't get our food until 11:16. And then we're rushing to the school. So luckily the school's like close by, but still we get to the school, and the teachers know that they were going to get a lunch, so not to give them a cafeteria lunch. So we get to the school, and we had to check in, and the woman checking, the receptionist, took forever. It was just like she wanted to chit chat with another woman. And I'm just like, okay, here's my ID. Come on. The kids, have lunch, I didn't say that, but I was like thinking that. I'm like, okay, come on. But it was worth it. We got to the cafeteria, and we see our kids. So, and the moment they spotted us, their faces lit up. It was just like a beam of sunshine. I'm like, yeah, this is worth it. They were like, "Mommy, Daddy," and they didn't rush to us, which was good. I'm so glad. But we got there, we started handing them their food and stuff like that, and they're like, "Best day ever!" It was just like, oh man, yeah. So it was worth it. They got also someone in my daughter's classroom. He had a birthday on the same day too, so they were passing up cupcakes. So we were planning on giving cupcakes to the kids until we saw that the cupcakes are getting passed out. And they actually passed out the cupcakes to both Michael and Jana, which I thought was very sweet. And then my husband and I were like, maybe we'll just we'll give them cupcakes on Thursday, because today they're on a field trip, so they couldn't eat cupcakes today. But yeah, so we didn't we took them home. We didn't take them home. I noticed that the other parents did take their son home, but we're like, nah, you stay here, kid. It's fine. We told them both that we'll just pick them up after school like normal. They didn't seem to be bothered by that, so which was a good thing. So they were so excited. But oh my goodness, my son has a chipmunk tendency, and this is why. My daughter, so Jana, she has a friend named. Never mind. I'm not telling her friend's name. Anyway, she has a really good friend, and her friend gave her and Michael, these strawberry roll-up things, Little Debbie's things, and she gave it to both of them as a birthday gift. And I was just like, oh, that's so sweet, And my son, he's like trying to hurry to eat stuff, and he, like at one point, he thinks that they're getting ready to go. He just shoves the entire thing into his mouth, and his mouth just puffs. sorry, his mouth just puffs out. I'm like, oh my god. And my husband just starts busting out laughing. I'm like, you're not helping matters. And I'm just like, Michael, calm down. Don't do that, please. And then we get, the cupcake, thing going around. He's eating slower this time because obviously he just shoved a whole thing in his mouth earlier. And this time they actually did do like roll call, like they started having people lined up, and he wanted me to hold on to his cupcake because we said that we were going to hold on to their sodas because we bought them Sprite, like a big, not a big thing, but it's like a medium-sized Sprite, and we just like, we'll hold on to this and when you guys get home you can have the rest, and he wanted me to hold on to the cupcake. I'm like, no, you can finish it, it's okay. I'm like, they're just starting to get ready, you'll be fine. And then he shoves the entire cupcake in his mouth, and then I'm trying to like dab and clean his face because he has frosting on his face, and I'm like, dude, seriously? And he's just like I'm like, oh my goodness, this kid. And you can tell the sugar affected him so much when we got him later on that day. Oh my goodness. This is why we do not give him sugar. He was everywhere. He was bouncing all over the place. But we couldn't do a birthday dinner because I had to prep them and get them ready for the day because we had a fine arts festival to go to on their birthday, and they both were performing. So it's just like excuse me. So it was just like, okay. So it was a lot of rushing. So we get home, I had them straighten up. We had a thunderstorm that came through. Excuse me. So it was just like a lot of go, stop, go, stop. And it was like so confusing where to take the kids because we were told to take them to the music room, and then we get to the music room and there's no one there, and then we get someone from Michael's class like that says, oh no, you're supposed to be in so and so's class, and then we go there, but then my daughter's teacher's not there, and then it was just like, oh my goodness, it was just so much back and forth yesterday, but it got done. and my husband secured us seats in the gym so we can watch the whole performance. Sorry. And then we got to watch both of them perform. They were on opposite sides of the stage, so my head was like a swivel board, just going like this back and forth. Had Nicole sitting next to me, and she's like, "Oh my God, Michael!" And then because I was paying attention to Jaina, my head swivels, and it's like one of the it was one of the moments where it's like they're about to start the next part of the performance, and he's just spinning and jumping, and oh my God, I'm like, yeah, the sugar's still affecting him. Oh my God, and I'm just like sitting in my seat going, don't be embarrassed, oh my God, this kid, oh my gosh, because he was just all over the place. He was just, oh man. But they did really well. I was proud of them for their performance. Excuse me. But I was really proud of them. But man, I'm trying not to cry because, oh man, they did such a good job, and I'm just so proud of them and everything. And then also, one of the other things was their progress reports came in yesterday too, and they all did so well. I was just like, I was astounded by all the A's that I kept seeing, or the 4s and 3s from my twins class. It's just like, geez, you guys are smart, man. It's way smarter than me. But yeah, after the performance, we walked around the school a little bit to see about the kids' artwork that's hanging off the walls. And then we went into the book fair portion. We promised that we would get a couple of books. My son's teacher, she's an enabler, and as my husband says, also a very good salesperson. So it's obvious that the kids had scoped out the entire place beforehand, that the teachers definitely had them check out books and stuff like that. Because the moment we got into the library where the book fair was held, my son beelined to where his teacher was, because there was a book near her that was like Stars and Planets, and he's like, "I got the last book," and I'm like, "Oh boy." Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And she smiles and she goes, "Yeah," and then all of a sudden she goes, "Do you have this book?" And it's like there was a black hole that swallowed the universe. And my husband thought we had that book because he hears it from time to time. Like, no, we don't have the book. We listened to it. There's a YouTube channel called Kid Time Story Time, and my son loves listening to that story all the time. So now we have the book. And then she was like, points out another book for him. And then he's like, grab. And I'm like, whoa, calm down. No. And she laughed. And I'm like, but we spent a lot. But it was worth it. We spent like $100 at the book fair, man. But they did good. It's the kid's birthday. Plus, they all did well with their report cards. My oldest, she got in, of course, Babysitter Club's books, and I'm proud of her, but yet I'm a little not upset, sad, disappointed. No, I don't know. I don't know the word, but anyway, she gets the ones that are the comic type, the graphic novels. And I remember growing up reading the Babysitter's Club at her age. But I remember, well, actually younger than her, like the Little Sister series and stuff like that. I remember reading that, and I read the actual books, and I try to get her into it, and she's just not into it. She's into the graphic novels though, so I mean it's something, but at the same time it's just like, don't you want to read the books? But at least she's reading. And then of course this kid found Minecraft, and my husband's like, yeah, you can get that. She didn't want to do it because it was over $20. It was like a book set, And my husband's like, no, it's okay. Go ahead and get it. Especially since her progress report, like the entire thing was hundreds. It was hundreds or 135, 125, and then I think 2 Bs out of the entire thing. It was just like hundreds and 130s, and I was just like, what the heck is this kid's? This kid's smart, but there's sometimes where I'm like, are you sure you're in gifted and talented class? Because that was just not a smart thing you said. Let's see, where's the next letter? I can't find it. I really can't. There's so many colors. There's like 61 colors, so sometimes I still don't know where all of them are located. I could have sworn it was on this one, but I can't. We'll just go to a different. We're gonna go with this color instead. Oh, sometimes that happens with this. I get a little too aggressive. Okay, so yeah, we gotten all of that, and then we came home, and the kids were just happy but exhausted. I told them to get a shower. We came home late. Like, it's time to shower up. We got to get ready for, because today was the field trip for the twins. They had to get up bright and early for the trip. So they're going to a farm around the area. And they're really excited. And the reason why my phone's been going off is because the teacher, my son's teacher, she's actually been sending so many pictures. I'm pretty sure that I'll get a lot of pictures from my daughter, but when she gets back from the whole thing. But oh my God, there's so many pictures. So it's just also I'm kind of worried because I don't want, if anything happens, I want my phone to be available and not silent, so that way I know if something's going to happen. So, so I've just been keeping it right there. But yeah, they have a farm. They're going to the farm today. They're learning about strawberries. I think they're going to pick strawberries. They've learning about bumblebees. They went on a hay ride so far. They started playing. I gotten some pictures of them playing. And then so this is why it's so busy. And then tomorrow, let's see. Tomorrow, my daughter has her performance going on, so we have to go back to the school for another performance, and hopefully we won't go back to the book fair and try and spend more books. I'm pretty sure that the kids will try and convince us. And I love that they love reading, but I can't spend more money on that because, guys, have you seen Diamond Art Club stuff that's coming out? I don't know if I'm going to stay up late on Thursday or not. I might because of World of Warcraft reasons, but I don't know if I can stay up to 3 o'clock for the release, especially if I have to wake up at 6 o'clock for the kids. But I don't want to miss out on anything, especially if something's limited edition. So, but yeah. Speaking of we'll go back into the Diamond Art Club thing in just a minute. So yesterday, after I got the kids all tucked away, put into bed, we started playing WoW, and I was not getting any loot again, guys. I was just like, oh my goodness. I have a 5-piece now, but I was just getting frustrated with the fact that nothing was dropping. I got a drop, but it sucked, so I gave it away to someone else. I'm like, there, good karma. Now that I gave a piece away, something good has to drop for me, right? No. Then we cleared the entire raid until we got to Ryglon. We killed Lords of Dread, and then we're a boss away from the last one on heroic mode. So we've been working on this guy for the last few weeks. We gotten really close before, but then we spent the rest of the night. I think we started working on him I want to say about 10:30 on. So for me, raid's 9 to 12. So we started working on him about 10:30, and it just we're getting close, but we're not getting there. So we started doing we got Fantasy runes and stuff like that because we hit the enrage timer. And we, last pull of the night, it's 11:53. So we, normally we would call it, but we're all feeling good. We got, we've gotten to a 5% wipe. We're like, let's try it. Let's just, please, let's just get this guy down. Especially since we were told, like, the last boss, Heroic Jailer, is easier compared to this one. So, we're like, let's just do it. Let's get it down. And, oh my god, guys, we did it. Excuse me. We did it, guys. So, we hit the enrage timer, even with the buffs. Excuse me. We had everyone pre-potting. Not pre-potting. We had everyone basically using both of their potions. We had the Fantasy runes. I was doing everything. Too. I was just like trying to make sure get every little DPS squeezed out, and we still hit the enrage timer. I hit my cloak button, which is supposed to help protect against magic attacks for just a short amount of time, and I was just like, no, we're getting this guy down because we're at 1%, and we did it. And I was just like, oh my gosh. And then the dagger dropped for me, and I'm like, yes, worth it, yes. So I got a new dagger out of the whole thing too. So it was a good day, even though it was like a little sucky at the very beginning. We got him down. It was good, all good now. So now tomorrow we'll be working on Heroic Jailer, and I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't know if we'll kill him tomorrow or not, but if we do, we're going to be server first, which is really exciting. But it's also kind of sad because it shows that how little people are raiding on our server. We've talked about doing the mythic bosses on it, but I don't think anyone's going to want to do that because it's just, I don't want to start studying being focused on hardcore anymore. I kind of like doing this a lot, so more. I love WoW, but I'd rather diamond paint than bash my head on a wall on some stuff. Especially when people get a little too aggressive for harder content. So we're discussing it. We're seeing what our options are. Because there's going to be a point where we're not going to raid anymore. It's the content's already gotten stale and boring. I'll probably be just farming for mounts and pets because I love achievements. I love collecting things. I'm like, I must get all the pets in the game. I must get all the mounts in the game. But yeah, I'll move away from WoW talk now. Let's see, next color. Okay, I don't know that symbol. I haven't used that symbol, so we'll just scoop to the next one. Let's go to this. I know this one. But yeah, have you guys seen Diamond Art Club's new releases? They have their anniversary going on this week, and oh my god. Okay. If you guys haven't, okay, have you seen? Okay, alright, okay. This is how excited I am. I don't know. I'm like, do you think you guys can help me convince my husband to get more than one diamond painting? Because I was told I could get one, but I want 3. Maybe I can push for 2. But I want 3. And I'm like, I've been good. I haven't gotten anything for 3 weeks at least. Maybe 4. 3. I know at least 3. But yeah, there's a Sailor Moon. So Chris Bug. Okay, so there's a Sailor Moon one that she has, and I'm like, I've been talking about Sailor Moon this whole time. I've been wanting to get one from DIY Moon Shop, but I haven't made the plunge to get that, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because I really want the Chris Bug one. I don't know if my daughter would want that in her room because it's not. It doesn't look exactly like Sailor Moon, but it's Sailor Moon, I mean, like, I'll take it. But yeah, there's a Chris Bug one, that Sailor Moon one. And then she has another one, and it's like, she has like 3 cats surrounding her. There's like a band-aid on her thigh, and like she's doing magic spells and stuff like that. And I'm like, I really want that one too. And then okay, so you guys know my obsession with fairies and stuff like that. So I love looking at Amy Brown's fan art and stuff. Not fan art, but I love her artwork. But they've been doing Amy Brown's stuff like the dragons and stuff with books and things. And I've been wanting a fairy, and they have a fairy, and I love it. It's, oh my god, it's so pretty, and I want it. So those are the three I really want. There's a couple of others where I'm like, oh my god, I want, but I can't get. Because there's like one with like this girl with butterflies all over her. Another one with just like a rainbow with flowers. I mean like those are cool too. But they don't call out to me like these three, and I'm like, I need them. Well, I don't need them, but I want them. So yeah, I've been gushing over that. I'm like, but honey, content. I need to know. He knows that it's not for the content. It's just because I want them. That's all. That's the whole main reason why I want to buy them, because I want them. But speaking of different companies, so if any of you order from Craftly, I'm sure you guys are aware that the pre-orders that were supposed to be coming out at the end of the month have gotten pushed, I think, further into May or so. I don't know. And I'm like, oh man, I'm so sad. Because I really wanted to get those and start working on them soon. Like, there's a couple of them that's really cool. And I ordered these things back in December. So I haven't made another order from Craftly since, because I've ordered those three and I wanted to see how they worked out before I would order more. Maybe next month I'll do it. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like, everyone's releasing stuff and I just want the things and I can't have the things, and it's frustrating me. Like Distracted by Diamonds, they have a fairy on a moon and I'm just like, I want that diamond painting and I can't get it because it's $64 plus $13 shipping, and I'm just like I know I'm a very whiny person. I can be, but it's just like, I want the things and I can't have the things. And then, I had placed an order. This is I think my last order, the last order I've ever placed. So it is a month. It's been a month since I've placed an order. Okay. So see, I've been good. So it's, I think I placed it like March 24th. And from Uniquely Yours Down Under, and then the lockdowns started, so she can't get the stuff yet, and I was thinking about canceling it, but then I'm like, well, I waited this long with the Craftly orders, I can at least wait the same amount of time with this one. If it doesn't get within, 6 months, I'm going to cancel it, at that point, right? But I can wait just a little bit. I have all these other diamond paintings. It's not a big deal. I just keep an eye on it, keep track of everything, and hope that it would, come here, in the future, So, but I just know not to make any orders with that just yet. So I'm hoping that I would get it soon, but it's up in the air. But yeah, so it's just like, my stomach is really growling. I'm so sorry, guys. I hope you guys can't hear that. That is so embarrassing. Oh my goodness. But let's see. Ooh, we have been talking for almost an hour. So I guess I'm going to actually have to cut it off here and try and find some food before I leave. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was talking that long. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!